everyone, it's nice to see you. Welcome back to WHU TV. This is the third of 4 days. Unfortunately, we couldn't do yesterday because the Lincoln game wasn't available to be streamed anywhere, but we finished it 1-0. Fantastic. We'll talk about this later. But this is the preview of West Ham's third home game of the 23-24 Premier League season, where we welcome Sheffield United to the London Stadium this Saturday afternoon for a 3 o'clock kickoff, and as such, it's not on any UK TV channel. As always, guys, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor, 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear, guys, as you can see from the icon that's up here. There's also Admiral and Umbro track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts in the claret and blue, so go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, as I always say, I'll be sending the commission on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area, and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter to help put food on the tables for those that have been really struggling over the last 4 to 5 years. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping those the less fortunate than you and I. So again, guys, there's going to be timestamps in the description so you know where we are and what we are, but I would love to see you guys watching at least 5 minutes. Come on, at least, please. You guys only seem to watch about 3 and a bit. I don't give that much boring information, do I? If I do, let me know in the comments section below. But guys, in all seriousness, let's start off the video by talking about the officials. The referee for this game is Graham Scott. His assistants are Timothy Wood and Mark Scholes. The fourth official is Keith Stroud. On VAR, yes guys, I'm afraid it's back. We have Darren Bond, and the assistant VAR is Stuart Burt. So yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Now, obviously, it's been a while since we've really played Sheffield United at home in the Premier League. It's only really, if anything, of only real note, it's only been like 3 seasons, to be fair. It really has. And our last 3 record against them shows we've won twice and drawn none. Sorry, drawn 1 and lost none. Scoring 5 goals and conceding just 1. And of course, the last home game we played them was back in February 21. Now, David Moyes' Premier League record against Sheffield United is equally as boring, I guess. Played 2 and won 2. Now, Sheffield United are yet to win since the start of the season, with 1 draw and 5 losses, scoring 5 goals and conceding 17. That's including the Newcastle ramping. So they're on a minus 12 goal difference, with 1 point, rock bottom of the Premier League. Now, Sheffield United are going to be licking their wounds from the 8-0 defeat against Newcastle after our 3-1 loss against Liverpool on Sunday afternoon. Theirs would have been Sunday evening by that point. Now, a lot of people have been saying because of it, well, to be honest with you guys, there are 2 completely polar opposite opinions of this game from what I'm seeing. I'm in the camp that they're going to be licking their wounds and therefore they're going to be shutting up shop. And I kind of get the feeling they will be doing it when we come onto the formation talk in a little bit. But there are a lot of people thinking, they conceded 8-0. Therefore, we're going to go out and spank them 3 or 4 probably. But no, I genuinely can't see it happening that way. I really, really can't. You know, I do genuinely think they're going to shut up shop. Now, Paul Heckingbottom, their manager, prefers a 3-5-2 formation, which isn't really helping them at the moment. For obvious reasons, 1 point in 6. You know, it's just... yeah, it's bad from that point of view. And I've got a lot of time for Mark Higginbottom. I think he's a decent manager from what I understand and what I've been reading of him. I know Mad Dog Martin Allen was speaking highly about him as a bloke and as a manager on the recent West Ham Way podcast he did earlier in the week. So at the end of the day, you know, he's a manager, we're not. So if Mad Dog says he's a good manager and he's a good guy, then we have to take it as read. But Sheffield United's style of plays seems to be playing with an aggressive style, attacking down the right hand side, long balls, playing in their own half as well, for that matter. It doesn't appear, for obvious reasons, it doesn't appear that there's any strength for the team yet, and they are weak at finishing scoring chances, defending against through ball attacks and against skillful players, and stopping opponents from creating chances. But they are also very weak at keeping possession, avoiding fouls in dangerous areas, defending against attacks down the wings and against long shots, and also defending against set pieces as well. So, as I say, on paper, this should be a walkover. In reality, I don't think it will. I really, really don't think it will. Obviously, we are still pretty buoyed. We've only lost 2 games out of the 6 so far, so it's not bad from that point of view. Drawn 1, won 3. It's very, very good. But guys, please genuinely don't get ahead of yourselves going into this game. If it comes out and it's a 4 or 5-0, I'll hold my hands up. At the end of the day, I generally will. But I really can't see it. I can't in any shape or form. Now, turning to Sheffield United injuries, it looks like there are long-term injuries to Lowe following an ankle surgery he had earlier in the year, or in the season, I should say. Osborne with a possible ruptured groin muscle. Fleck is out with a calf injury. Brewster and Norrington Davies are both out with thigh injuries as well. And it looks like all of those players will be out until the latter stages of October. So within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Now, Osula, I think you pronounce that, has a muscular injury which he's being assessed for this game, as is George Baldock with a calf strain. Jebison is also being assessed for a recent illness that he's picked up, and McBurney's will be back from picking up 2 yellows in their 2-1 defeat against Spurs. He was obviously sent off for that game and missed the Newcastle game, so at least one player will be fully refreshed from that point of view. But, as much as it's going to be a bit of bounce about everybody, about the Sheffield United, if there's any Sheffield United fans watching, please genuinely put me your thoughts in the comment section. I really want to know what you guys are thinking at this time. Now, players to look out for that play for Sheffield United. Sousa is the best player away so far in the season. Hammer as well, who's scored 2 on the road so far. Robinson is also a player we need to look out for. He's got an assist on the road. McBurney, if now he's back. Egan, and also Usla, if he's fit, as all 3 are good at winning aerial duels. Not all the time, of course, given the things that have been going on with their results, but they do seem to be very decent players, and given the players, they might be one of the reasons why they picked up a point so far. I don't 100% know it, and again, guys, any Sheffield United fans, let me know what's going on in your club. Now, turning to West Ham, the only injury on record, I should say, is Aaron Creswell. He's out with a hamstring issue that he picked up during the Bacca-Topola game last Thursday, or this time last week by the time most of you get to see this. Johnson was playing left back last night in a heavily rotated 1-0 victory over Lincoln City. It's a piss take, to be fair. This was the only game you couldn't watch out of the League Cup games. It's bad, but from listening to the game on the radio, which, to be honest with you guys, was quite nice. I actually quite enjoyed listening to it on the radio. Got a bit kicking back to old school sort of style. It sounded like Lincoln gave us a great game. If anyone was there, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys were seeing. But Lincoln had a goal relatively early on that was ruled out for offside. There seemed to be wind issues as well, for that matter. Listening to it on BBC Lincolnshire Radio, I love that. I love their commentary. At half time that you had, and before the game as well, they had one of the presenters pitch side talking to people. You don't really hear that on BBC. To be fair, I haven't listened to BBC London for a long time, or any game on the radio for that matter, for a long time, for obvious reasons. But it was nice to hear that, literally mixing in with people, completely unedited, completely live. Didn't sound like they were cherry picking anyone in particular to bring things on. It was quite funny. One of the guys said that he wasn't allowed to be there because his missus didn't know he was there, and he'd had a few pints beforehand. Do you know what I mean? It was that sort of thing. But from a West Ham perspective, Souček was the only player from the Liverpool game that played, and he played the full 90 last night. So it would be, or tonight, from my perspective, last night for you guys. So from that point of view, it's, I would be very surprised if he is in the starting 11 for the Sheffield United game, which obviously we're now going to talk about. Now, it'd be no surprise in any shape or form that I'm not making any changes to the starting 11 that I was hoping we were going to get from Liverpool. Go and watch the video that live broadcast that Bill and I did on Tuesday night, where we talk about the Bacca-Topola game and the Liverpool game. Just to sum up very, very quickly, if you can't be bothered. I thought we played well in the first half. Obviously Antonio had his chance. There's 3 opportunities in 3 games he's missed now. That's a bit of a worry from my point of view. And also, for that matter, Souček had a moment as well, for that matter. Bowen with a great header. Aguerd, I called it in the preview for the Liverpool game. I said Aguerd's culpable for a mistake. and he's done it. You can argue he was at fault for one of the City goals. He was argue at fault for one of the chances that Chelsea had, and now we've got Liverpool. I do genuinely think that Mavropanos really needs to start. I really, really do. He's had a 90 minutes tonight against Lincoln, or last night by the time you guys get to see this. But anyway, guys, this is the starting 11 that I'm hoping. I know he's not going to do it, but I want you to put if you were David Moyes, what's your starting 11? And this is the starting 11 it would be if I was David Moyes.
Areola in goal, with a back four of Soufal, Zuma, Mavropanos and Emerson. Alvarez and Ward-Prowse in the defensive midfield positions, with Bowen, Kudus and Paquetá in the midfield supporting Antonio up front.
So thank you very much for your time, guys. If you've made it this far, as always, thank you. I love you for it. Not many people seem to do it. Some people seem to jump ahead, which is fine. That's what the timestamps are there for. But the viewing figures show that people are jumping around a little bit too much. Please do like, share and subscribe if you can, because at the end of the day, we'll obviously be having the full-time thoughts of the Sheffield United game on Saturday. And also, for that matter, hopefully on Sunday or maybe Monday, Mark and I will be back with the recap game. We're not going to be doing the recap of the League Cup game because I didn't see it. I listened to the radio. I know others, loads of us that weren't able to properly enjoy it. So there's no point talking about a game we couldn't see. But in the meantime, guys, enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the starts of the weekend as well, for that matter. And I will see you very, very soon. All the best now. Take care.